Imagine being forced into marriage as a teenager, then enduring years of abuse in a powerful religious organization with no escape. Today, we bring you a story of resilience, as one Singaporean woman shares her journey from forced marriage and relentless abuse to ultimate freedom. A Singaporean woman, who goes by the pseudonym Zoey, recently stepped forward to reveal the harrowing story of her 14-year forced marriage into Malaysia's Global Arqam Services and Business, or GISB Holdings. Zoey's story is one of unimaginable suffering and endurance, as she recounts a life marked by control, abuse, and isolation. Married off to a man she didn't choose, within a powerful and secretive organization, Zoey endured years of physical and sexual abuse, raising 9 children amidst her struggle. Her story raises deep questions about forced marriages, human rights, and religious exploitation. At the age of 17, Zoey was coerced into marriage with a man 10 years her senior, forced upon her by GISB, an organization linked to the controversial religious group Arqam. This powerful conglomerate, operating across 20 countries and valued at over $98 million, has become the subject of major investigations into abuses, including child neglect, human trafficking, and allegations of religious deviance. What do you think can be done to stop forced marriages and control within powerful religious organizations? We'd love to know your views in the comments. Zoey's connection to GISB began early. Her parents were devout followers, and her childhood was marked by strict teachings and isolation in the group's hostels in Indonesia and Malaysia. She had little contact with the outside world and received no formal education. Her family eventually enrolled her in a private school, where she began questioning GISB's doctrines. This questioning brought her backlash and isolation, and GISB quickly arranged a marriage, claiming it would save her from rebellious influences. What are your thoughts on educational freedom and its role in preventing forced marriages? Share your thoughts below. Zoey recalls the nightmare that began as soon as the marriage was officiated without her parents' consent, violating Islamic laws in Singapore and Malaysia. She alleges her husband abused her daily, forcing her into sexual relations even during pregnancy. She reported him to the authorities, but GISB leaders and even her mother urged her to drop the charges to avoid bringing shame to the organization. Her appeals fell on deaf ears, as GISB leaders repeatedly insisted that her abusive husband was her path to heaven. Imagine living in such a situation. What would you do? Do you think there's enough support for individuals in such restrictive groups? Despite attempts to leave, Zoey's ties to the organization kept her bound. Her 9 children, born during the marriage, eventually became targets of her husband's abuse, especially her autistic daughter. Her children voiced their desire to leave, and this finally gave her the resolve to escape for their safety. With help from Singapore's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, a safe house, and support from advocates like retired businesswoman Mona Din, Zoey and her children managed to leave GISB. Today, she lives with her children in Singapore, operating a home-based business to rebuild her life. The story has drawn attention to GISB's inner workings. Malaysian police, investigating the organization, recently rescued 625 individuals from GISB-run facilities, over 400 of whom were children. Senior executives face criminal charges, highlighting the widespread issues within the organization. Zoey's story, though deeply personal, represents the experiences of many others under such groups. Let us know what you think. Should international efforts be expanded to protect individuals from such abusive organizations? We want to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to 2230 for more in-depth coverage of real-world issues, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thinking question. In your opinion, how can communities work to prevent forced marriages and ensure protections for individuals in isolated religious groups? Let us know what you think.